All righty. Okay, we are recording. So we'll begin. Oh, somebody, is that better? Oh, I can hear myself, so maybe go on mute a little bit. All right, that took care of it. Whatever that was, it took care of it, it seems. All righty, so I'd like us to begin our, I know, I still hear it. All right, Tanya, perhaps maybe you can mute? Maybe it's you?
Maybe. I doubt it. It's never me.
All right, so we shall begin. We're going to take some first. We'll start with 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in through your nose. Push it out through your mouth. Bringing in ease, inspiration, and joy. Letting go of any tension, stress, challenge. One more time, in. And out. Little prayer. Dear God, Source, Universe, Spirit, we use this time to serve the world as a whole for the unfoldment of our soul's paths, as well as the manifestations of our heart's desires. We turn this over to you, and we come and we serve in joy and love, so that we have peace in the world. Amen. Aho. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. So, welcome to week 1. My goal is, not my goal, the intention is by the end of this month, and when we're doing our map for the final 90 days, for the final quarter of the year, at the end of the month, I will be introducing, as Tanya has it, if you've not been introduced to it, to your client altar, which is another word for a spreadsheet, but it's your client altar. And very slowly, so that it will be, so we can put things in there. And then, so we're going to use the agenda today, and then what I'm going to do, like in the Google invites, the agenda, it's not the agenda, the pathway, today's pathway, I'll just have it laid out so we know what to expect and everything else. But we're just going to go through it, and it's truly just about reflecting on August and intending for September. So when we're reflecting on August, what I want to know, or I'd love for you to share, is what was the highlight? What was the best thing that occurred in the month of August? And then what was the challenge? If you had any challenges, what was that? And what was your biggest learning over the course of the month? And then we'll start with those 3. So, Kay, would you like to start?
Yeah, I was talking to Francesca about this. So the best thing, I mean, I had to only arrive on Friday, but which was the 31st. So the best thing that happened at the Silver Tent was me getting together with Siobhan and Francesca. For me, that was the best thing that happened.
Okay.
And really making great headway with the accounts.
Okay.
And correcting all the errors that the Indians have made, and knowing that last year's figures are solid. I've still got to do this year's figures, but last year's figures are solid now.
Great, that's wonderful. And did you have any challenges or?
In the Silver Tent, no. Well, except the discovering that there were issues.
Yeah.
And deciding to get rid of my outsourcer, which has created more work for me. But it's got me in touch with, more connected with Francesca, which is fantastic.
Okay, all right, great. So what was the learning that you're taking away from the past month?
So if I outsource my work, because I've found a new outsourcer, I got to make sure that they follow my instructions. You know,
Mm-hmm. Right.
that if I'm going to outsource my work, you know, it's vital for me to get what I need out of the numbers. It's not just a bookkeeping exercise. It's the financial management accounting exercise, and it needs to be impeccable.
Yes. All right. Excellent. Thank you. Lucy, how about you? What was your highlight? Wait. You're muted. I'm trying to unmute you. I can't. I don't know why you're not unmuting.
She has to unmute herself
Yeah.
up at the top right-hand corner of the screen on those 3 dots.
Not
Yep.
on my phone.
There
Not
you
on
go.
my phone. It's not.
Yep. Now we can hear you. What did you do?
Okay. It's on my phone, so I have to scroll through various pages.
Okie dokie. So, Lucy, what was your highlight? What was the best thing that happened in August?
Well, August is a big holiday month here, so we had friends visiting, and it's very bloody hot and humid and stuff. So I think, to be honest, it was actually starting to work with Tanya.
Okay.
And clearing a lot of stuff that is getting in the way of me living my best life. And the highlight, another aspect of the highlight, which is also part of the challenge, which was getting to grips with some technical stuff, more technical stuff. Getting to grips with this new iMac, well, it's not new, it's an old one, but a new operating system and the apps and making videos. Yeah, actually, I've started making a video which I have to submit by the end of September for this online art course that I'm participating in as a teacher. And I've already put in the main lesson. I did that in April, which was hellish on my old laptop. Hence, that's why I got hold of this iMac. And so I've got to give a bonus lesson by the end of September. And the challenge is starting these things, knowing, to having an overview, or just knowing how I'm going to do it, not only technically, but how I'm going and what I'm going to offer, and that kind of thing. But I'm most of the way through that now.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, so that's also a highlight that I managed to get through that. And biggest learning.
It's nice you both had challenges, which actually also were your highlight.
Yeah, and biggest learning is actually all one and the same in a way. So yeah, that was also part of the biggest learning. But recently, in the last few days, from a more mundane, practical level, I've learned that I need to get very clear on what I offer and who my ideal client is.
Yes. We'll do some of that. So maybe will be the training this month. I mean, it'll be later in the. But I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do that. That's what we can do, is getting clear on your ideal client.
Yes, and how to find them.
Right. Okay. Okay, you got it. That's the training. I would like to keep the trainings kind of like what seems to be something that everybody could use this month, instead of saying, oh no, this is what we're going to do, because this is about you, right? It's not about me. So when I have more than one group.
It's always about me, right?
Do, re, me.
You.
Do, re, me, you.
All right, you, Tanya, you.
Okay, so the best thing about August was working with the 2 clients that I have in the Money Shadows, and also working with Lucy. That's been really cool. The people in the Money Shadows, one of them kind of dropped out and said, I've gotten more than my money is worth already. And I'm like, well, we need to close things up. So keep telling me, but that was pretty nice to hear. And I was just looking at my money that came in for August, and it's in my chiropractic business, it's very good. In my other business, not so good.
Okay, but, it's multiple streams of income.
Exactly. So my challenge has been this month keeping the flow and staying focused on being full with my client schedule and my marketing schedule. What's the feeling that I want to have, and who is it that has that feeling? So who am I to be, having the feeling of having that full and taken care of and in the flow? And so that's been kind of a challenge for me in the past, and it's still a challenge. And I need to like get through that challenge.
I have an exercise for that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I do have an exercise, and then you can all do it if you want or not do it. Yeah, it's called the Be Do Have, and it's also called the Identity Iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to change it around, but still.
Oh, good. So we could do that.
Yeah. Okay. And so what you learning?
My learning is how to put myself in a discipline of keeping my schedule. Like you said, that's my altar, and I really want to bring spirit. I want to bring God to that schedule, because there's so many things that I get to do, and I want to bring joy to all of them, and I'm not right now. And so when I see blank space on my calendar, I get a little frustrated and upset. So I need to be learning how to bring all of that to the schedule and to these different aspects of what I do: clients, patients, marketing, all of those things. And the other thing I want to learn about is having a virtual assistant to do all my social media marketing. And I don't know what that costs. And my biggest fear about that is that I end up working for them and like trying to make money so I can pay them instead of just having it be abundant. So I need to learn how to get over that and get the help that I need.
All right. Excellent. So now I want to know, so from taking this reflection, now we're going to kind of move into this month. So overall for your month of August, where would you put that on, say, a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 was not happy, not good, and 5 was over the moon? So 3 would be average, okay, right? So you're on 2 or 2 or 4. So how would you, where would you put your month overall, 1 through 5? And then how is the experience from August now, and particularly the learning, how is that going to be playing into September? So, Tanya, why don't you go first?
Okay. I'm a hard grader, so I give myself a 2 on this, because even though I saw a few new patients and I saw more people, I'm not where I want to be with my energy work. And I need more joy in that. I need more joy. I'm not having enough fun in my work. I like my work. It's fun to do, but I need more of that every day.
Okay. More joy. Okay, so then how is that going to play into September? How are you going to are you going to be focusing on bringing in more joy? I like that.
Well, that's a good question. How am I going to bring in more joy in September? I think one of the things that I have to do is I have to wake up in joy. And I have not been doing that. I've been waking up like, how did I sleep last night? How many times did I get up? What's going on with me physically? I've been really preoccupied with that. And just as an aside, yesterday I was reading a book called The Nature Fix about how we don't get enough time with nature. And I closed the book and went out for a walk. And on my walk, I posted this video. There was a whole herd of deer right in my path walking toward me. One of them was walking toward me, and then there were like 6 more over here. And I took video of it, and I was like, see, I say I want to get out in nature, and there it is right there for me. Mm-hmm. So I was like in real joy about that, and I need to like keep doing that kind of manifesting.
Excellent.
So I think for September, it's about just waking up in joy, and then really following Spirit's intention for me is like, if I'm reading a book about nature and I'm like, yeah, why aren't I going for a walk? I need to get up and go for a walk. And then I get something like that kind of a blessing. So following the joy, I guess, for September.
Okay, great. Kay, how about you?
I find it quite difficult when I'm working with so many different clients to sort of talk to you about the silver 10. And
well, you can do both. If you want to do both, you can. It's up to you.
Okay. What was the question again?
The question is, from 1 to 5, what would you say your overall month in August was? Where 1 is being not good at all, 5 is over the moon, and 3 is average. Where would you put your month? You can do it on the Silver Tent as well as in your personal business.
Silver Tent is a 5 because it just, the connection between me and Francesca, certainly after the weekend now, is just extraordinary. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I've had a really shitty week personally. And I've had a really difficult client who I let down and wants to make it so much more than it actually is. In terms of, I was just late and she wants to report me to the police and thinks I'm incompetent.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So, and I'm just late, very late. But
all right. So now with Silver Tent, how is that going to play? How's that going to play for your into September? So what are you taking from the 5 and the learnings experience? For how's that going to how's that going into September? What's it going to be?
Just staying connected to Francesca, we've worked together nearly 2 years now, and I only met her for the first time this weekend. Met online like this, but to actually meet face to face was just extraordinary.
Hugging, hugging.
Ran down the station platform into each other's arms. She's so much shorter than I expected, and I'm so much taller. Quite bizarre. It was like, oh, come here! It's really extraordinary. It's really extraordinary. But, just to maintain that would be fabulous. Return that connection. I mean, she posted on the group that she wanted some time out today, but she hasn't talked to me about what that was about, or So I'm a bit disappointed that she's sort of disconnected and not talked to me, in partnership before she missed the session. So I shall get that. I shall get that complete with her.
Something came up.
Yeah.
Something came up. And so, how about in your personal business? How's that? What are you taking out into September from to put the path in a positive?
I'm going to join this networking group where this business coach wants to support me in partnering with him, because I want to get out of the bookkeeping and accounting and more into the personal coaching, because that's what I love the most.
Okay, good.
Yeah, business coaching.
All right, excellent. Yes, I highly recommend it. We need more spiritually minded business coaches out there. There's a lot of people who need our help. I mean, seriously, how many people can one individual really help? So that's just very wonderful. All right, good. And Ms. Lucy.
Well, yes, I'm a hard, how did you call it, Tanya? A hard
grader.
I give myself
hard grade.
Hard grade. Yeah.
Yeah. I give myself a 2, because although in many ways I have done an awful lot of inner work, and I feel like I've come quite far, financially I am still at a sodding 0, which is doing my head in. I haven't received a single commission. I haven't sold a single painting throughout August, even though I'm posting and on one morning I woke up early and I was worrying about money, and I counted up all the paintings that I've got out there for sale in various places. It's something like 28 in 5 different venues in 2 different countries. And I was so frustrated and disappointed and despairing that nothing's moving. So that's why the score is quite low. And it's really, I feel like it's really holding me back. The lack of money is really holding me back now, because there's trainings that I want to do. My website, I've had to let it go because I just can't pay for the
Hosting
server, or the domain name. But in a way, that might be a good thing. And this comes into going forward into September. Yesterday, I watched a free webinar by a woman who's offering training on Instagram, marketing on Instagram, and in watching it, I realized that Instagram is a really, really powerful platform.
Yes, for you. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm on it a lot. I love Instagram. I really don't like Facebook anymore. I'm rarely on Facebook. Twitter, never. So, and I follow a lot of artists on Instagram, and there are a lot of them that are selling their work straight from Instagram. They don't have a website.
That's right.
So, yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, piercing. No good telling her to shut up because she's deaf. Yeah, so I could actually let my website go, which I didn't really like it anyway. Even though I'd paid this guy over $300 last year to make it, because I can't do things like that at the moment. And it's very bling. I didn't actually like it, so that might not be a bad thing.
Right.
To let it go and to think about focusing on Instagram and Patreon.
Patreon?
Yeah. You know, I had a Patreon.
Oh.
It's a platform where you as a Patreon, you subscribe to people, and I mean there are all sorts of people from like. Hang on a second, I'll put her out. Yakka, come here. Go on.
It's a way of generating money through sponsorship. So I sponsor a
Oh,
new
okay. All right.
You know, I give him £1
Sorry
a
about
month.
that.
Okay.
Just contributes to all his costs.
All right, cool. All right, good. All righty.
Yeah, Patreon. Looking into Patreon, which is like a subscription-based thing where you agree to offer somebody a regular monthly income, like $1, $5, €10, and in return you offer things like tutorials or I mean loads of things. It's really your imagination.
Cool.
So I see a lot of artists doing that, so I'm thinking through September to investigate that angle.
All right, and you could maybe even do like an art class or something. Do a teaching.
Yeah, that's right. A tutorial. Yeah,
Excellent.
I need to see what other artists exactly what they're following. You know, what am I going to let myself in for? Because it's a commitment. You've got to churn out this content every month, so people are feeling that they're getting their money's worth. But people don't. You know, they're not. You're not asking a lot from people. 5, 10, 15 different levels, and you offer more stuff depending on the level of income.
Cool. That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Lucy, what's your name on Instagram?
Lucy Jordan Art.
Okay. I'm looking for you. There we go.
Okay. All right, so now that takes us, so that's great. So now what I'd like us to do is when we're talking about September is what is our intention? What is our intention for how we want September to be at the end of the month? What would you like to be telling me about September?
I agree. I
One
did some figures with Francesca yesterday. What we want to cause this month, just by holding the intention, was that we want to have 200 members in Silver Synergy and 600 members in 6,000 members in the Facebook group. Right. So that's what and I've made a whole list of things that I'm going to do this month.
And personally, do you have what's your intention this month for yourself?
Get my work up to date and my new outsourcer sorted.
All right, excellent. Tanya.
I want 8 participants in the new Money Shadows program at the end of the month, and I want to do 30 intuitive energy scans this month, including when I'm on vacation, because I'm on vacation for a week, and I still want to do 30 intuitive energy scans. So I want to have a good, what's the word, conversion rate from 30 to 8 people in that. And some of those,
Enrolling rate.
yeah, enrolling rate. And then also some of those people from that 30 intuitive are also going to do one-on-one. So I want out of that 30, I want 8 in the money shadows and some more in one-on-one.
Do you have a number in mind?
5.
Okay. From the 30. All right. Excellent. And Lucy?
I want to sell at least minimum £500 worth of paintings. They're out there. They just need people to buy them. And I want to have got clear on the Patreon stuff, the Instagram, and be more clear on what I'm offering and how to go forward with that. My daughter is here for 10 days, and then I am thinking I have to go to England and help a friend drive a van back to Greece. So I don't know how much time I'm going to have this month to do that. But
well, when you're not in the driver's seat while you're driving back, you'll have time. Possibly.
It would be yada, yada, yada all the way for 3 days.
Yeah. Great. So having, thinking about having this conversation that we're having right now in October, and we're doing the reflection, I'm doing the reflection of September, and being able to say, yeah, that having this accomplished, how's that really going to make you feel?
Fantastic.
Tanya?
Amazing.
Okay.
Oh, a peace.
Yeah, peace too.
Yeah.
Amazing peace.
Amazing piece. Okay, great. All right. So really, that's pretty much what we're going to do. I mean, it'll get more as we're doing this more off, as we're getting more set on the agenda and everything. But really, this is really it. So what I would like to know now is, what are you enjoying? What did you enjoy about this, and what is your takeaway and your learning or learning from going through this week?
My takeaway is that this is so doable. What I'm asking for is really doable. And this feeling of overwhelm is I need to tell that one that's saying, oh, you're in overwhelm, I need it to be quiet so that I can just do what I'm here to do. And so I really feel like writing this out and having you ask these questions is keeping me truthful about where I'm at and what I want. And that's huge, because I know what I want. I've been writing it for years. And there's nothing, I mean, I look back at 2014 and I'm asking for basically the same things. And I want to just get to the next level. I want to up level what I'm doing and have that be real. 8 participants in Money Shadows, 30 intuitive energy scans, 5 one-on-one clients. I can do that and still have patients coming in and singing.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I love it. Lucy?
I think it's a big step in the ongoing process of getting clearer on what I need to do and where I want to go with my art business and animal communication business. And that's the other thing. It's like how am I going to dovetail those two? Because to have them separate is going to do my head in. I'm going to get really scattered and like Tanya says, overwhelmed. So that the takeaway is honing and getting clear on how I'm going to brand myself That sounds so like, materialistic, but that's the way it is.
No.
You authentically, it's being authentic. You know what I'm saying? So it's we have to be authentic, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you deserve it. And you deserve it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just thought of 2 clients for you in my own family that would love
really?
to have portraits of their dogs. Yes. And the fact that you can do something wonderful like that, I mean, I'm just going to keep driving people over there. And maybe they want, like, some of them won't want the communication part, but they'll want the portrait part. And some of them will
that's
want
cool.
both. And some of them will say, well, I don't need the communication, but I love your paintings. So I'm excited to see how this works out.
Thank you.
Right. And Ms. K.
What was the question?
I know you had a long journey. I know. So the question,
Really not with it today.
so the question is, it's just what is your top learning, and what are you taking away from going through this week for what we've just gone through with the reflection and the intention? What are you taking away?
Yeah, just that whatever you give attention to will manifest. So if you give your attention to, I haven't got any money, or I haven't got any clients, then you get more of the same. And it's just focusing on what I really want rather than just settling for what I get.
Excellent. So on a numerological basis and a full new moon basis, this month is super magical. Just putting it out there. It's super magical and super manifesting, and it really is about flow and cash flow and abundance. So I'm buying it.
Bring it on.
That's right. Far be it for me to argue with that. So yes, it's in the stars this month. So I think that, so thank you. I really do love doing this, because it really, and when we get going, it goes fast. So it's not about always so much time, but it goes fast, and it's just keeping you walking down your pathway to your business bliss, step by step. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Have an awesome week and an awesome September. And next week we're going to be doing our first go at our honoring of God with our numbers. And what I would like you to think about is just what number have you been looking more at, or what number in your business is something that you are paying a little bit more attention to, and what numbers do we really want to focus on it and bring the abundance in for the month of September. Okay. I'll send it out. All righty, everyone.
Thank you.
Blessings and love to all. Have an awesome day, an awesome week, and an awesome month. It's good doing this on a Monday, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Lee.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.